Hello and welcome students to Easy Commerce. How are you students? I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to start new chapter, that is journal. We have already seen the types of accounts, rules of debit and credit, and at the same time dual effect of the transactions. All financial transactions means all business related financial transactions will be recorded in the books of accounts, but with the help of rules of debit credit and by identifying the types of accounts. So, according to such principles, minimum 2 accounts are associated for each accounting transactions, as we know it very well. So, after getting the information regarding types of accounts, at the same time, by applying debit credit rules of accounts, we are identifying that which particular account will be debited and which particular account will be credited. So, to record such transaction in the books of account based on rules of debit and credit in the first book of accounts is called as journal. So, the thing is that first of all, any of the transactions will be recorded in rough book, or it may say that is your kachi nod. And on the basis of voucher, whenever the accounting transactions are recorded in chronological order of dates, that means that these kind of transactions are always been recorded on a daily basis. Date wise, whenever such kind of transactions are to be recorded, that is called as chronological order of dates. In a book of account is known as journal. Journal is known as basic or first book of account, and the rough book where we are recording such transactions initially, those rough book or kachi nod is also known as tanchan, tippan, danyu or gadiyu. Okay, so let us see basic specimen of your journal entry, then your concept will be clear. This is the specimen of journal entry. There will be columns. First column will be date. Second column, that is particular, where we are about to give twofold effect as per the debit credit rules. Next column, that is ledger folio. In short, it is to be recorded as LF, that is ledger folio. One account which is going to be debited, the amount will be recorded in debit column, and the amount which is going to be credited, that is going to be recorded in credit column. So, first date will be mentioned. Suppose the information has been given for August month 2020. Then you are supposed to record 2020 August month and its first date. Then suppose the second transaction is given of 4th date. Then we are supposed to record 4th here. If it is given of 7th date, then it is to be recorded 7th date here. So, date will be recorded in date column. Now it comes to particulars. Particulars means what? As per the debit credit rule, as per the types of account, the account which is going to be debited, that is going to be recorded first. The account which is going to be credited, that is going to be recorded second. But how? There is a pattern. Suppose if it is given salary paid of rupees 5,000, then we are having two accounts involved in such transaction. Salary, that is your expense, and cash goes out from the business. So two accounts which are been involved in such transaction, that would be salary account and cash account. Salary is an expense and cash is going out from the business. Salary, that is nominal account. Cash means real account. Salary will be debited and cash will be credited. So how to record such in a form of journal? That means it should be recorded salary account debit to cash account. Okay, so this would be your journal entry. You are supposed to record debit at the end of the first line. After leaving little space, write to cash account. A brief explanation regarding such information, that is called as narration. Narration will start with word being. So the normal information regarding your transaction, that what happens to this journal entry, why such journal entry has been passed. The journal entry has been passed for payment of salary. So the same information should have to be recorded as a narration. So being paid salary by cash. That means this is the information for which we have passed this journal entry. This information is called as narration. Next column, that is your LF. LF is a short form of ledger folio. In the third column of journal, we have recorded LF. That is ledger folio number. After passing of journal entry, during posting of this transaction in different ledgers, the page number is to be written where respective posting of account is made. Due to this arrangement, whenever any information is required, it can be easily availed from the concerned book. This is called as LF. Next column, that is fourth column, debit. As we have already discussed, debit amount, it will be recorded in debit column, and the amount of credit account will be recorded in credit column. After passing journal entry for all the transactions, okay, we are supposed to make it out total of debit column and credit column. Both amount will be equal. That means it is going to be recorded as total. So let us understand by solving the question. It is very much easier, बच्चों. बहुत ध्यान से देखना, and whenever suppose if you find any problem, then you are totally free to message me. Students, we will be having different type of transactions relating to capital, drawings, goods, cash, assets, expenses, bank related transactions, as well as any kind of loan borrowed or loan given to the third party. So initially, we are going to discuss about the transactions relating to capital and drawings. So after completing all different types of transactions, we will have combined question which includes all the transaction in one question. So basically right now, to get the understanding of all transactions separately, we are initially starting the question relating to capital and drawings. Question number 6 of your textbook. See, write journal entries for the following transactions in the books of Shubham for the month of January 2014. First transaction, introduced goods of rupees 10,000, cash 15,000, furniture 5,000, debtors of rupees 10,000, and commenced business. This is your first transaction. Commenced business means you have started, owner has started, Shubham has started the business and brought cash, goods, furniture, debtors into the business. Now understand first of all the type of account, the accounts which are being involved in the transaction, and adjusted as per your debit credit rule. So बच्चों, हमने देखा क्या कि goods, cash, furniture, debtors, ये सारी चीजें ओनर बिजनेस में लाया to start the business. Goods means what? Real account. Cash means what? Real account. Furniture means what? Real account. The amount of debtors, that is Shubham's debtors. The personal receivable that has been brought into the business by Shubham himself. That's why this comes into your business. Now, goods comes into your business, debit what comes in, credit what goes out, cash comes into the business, once again debit what comes in, credit what goes out, furniture also comes into the business, personal debtors of Shubham, that means the amount of receivable that has been brought into the business by the owner himself. That's why all this comes into the business, and owner is giving such to the business. That's why owner is giver, and instead of owner's name, we are supposed to consider such amount as your capital. So goods account, at the end of your line, you are supposed to write debit. Debit is to be written in a short form DR. Goods account debit, cash account debit, furniture account debit, debtors account debit, leave little bit space, write to capital account. That means the amount would be 10,000, 15,000. Furniture comes into the business, that is 5,000. Debtors 10,000, and the total of this 4, that is the total amount of 40,000 which has been brought into the business by owner. That's why that is capital, and that total amount is considered as your capital of Shubham. What is the brief explanation of such transaction? What happens to the transaction? The same effect is going to be recorded as a part of narration. Being started business by bringing in cash, goods, furniture and debtors. You may write started business by bringing in cash, goods, furniture and debtors by Shubham. Okay, but this information is called as your narration. Let us understand the second transaction. Personal motor car sold for rupees 80,000 and introduced rupees 50,000 in business. Whose motor car? Shubham's motor car. What was the selling price of motor car? It was 80,000. Shubham has sold out such motor car at 80,000. But out of that 80,000, Shubham brought into the business only rupees 50,000. So we are having effect of 50,000 only. Such amount of 50,000 that has been brought into the business by way of cash. Who brought cash into the business? Shubham. Who is Shubham? Shubham is owner. Whenever owner brings anything into the business, that is called as capital. Okay, so the journal entry would be cash comes in, owner is a giver. Once again, instead of owner, we are supposed to record capital. That's why your journal entry would be cash account debit to capital account. What is the brief explanation of this journal entry? Being sold personal motor car and rupees 50,000 invested into the business. I hope you have understood properly, students. Okay, let's move next transaction. Date 13. Rupees 1,000 withdrawn from bank for personal use. Anything withdrawn from the business for personal use, that is called as drawings. Owner has withdrawn such amount from bank. That's why owner is receiver and bank is a giver. Instead of recording owner's name, we are supposed to record the purpose of that thing, that is called as drawings. The amount has been withdrawn for personal use. That's why that is called as drawings. That's why your journal entry would be drawings account debit to bank account. Amount would be 1,000, 1,000. What is the narration? Being amount withdrawn from bank for personal expense. The transaction itself will give you brief explanation. So from that transaction, you can write that explanation, and that is called as narration. Date 15. The transaction is income tax refund of rupees 500 of owner of sole proprietor deposited with bank account of business. Income tax. Whose income tax? Owner's income tax. Paid from where? Paid from business. That means whenever it was paid, it was been treated as drawings. But now, out of the total amount paid of income tax, certain amount of 500 that has been refunded from income tax department, and that is earlier it was treated as personal expense, and now the same amount is been returned and deposited into the bank. That's why that amount of income tax refund is called as capital. So the journal entry would be, we have deposited into the bank. That's why bank is a receiver, and such amount was of owner himself. That's why the journal entry would be bank account debit to capital account 500, 500. Narration. Being income tax refund of owner deposited in owner's business bank account. Date number 20. From business, goods of rupees 1,000 and cash rupees 400 are withdrawn for personal use. बच्चों, इस जर्नल एंट्री को आप अलग अलग सेपरेटली भी रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हो, ओके, और कंबाइन एंट्री भी पास कर सकते हो. देखिए कैसे. फ्रॉम बिजनेस गुड्स ऑफ रुपीज 1,000, गुड्स जो है वो आपने विड्रॉ किए. एट द सेम टाइम 400 की कैश विड्रॉ की. दोनों अमाउंट, दोनों चीजें आपने पर्सनल यूज के लिए विड्रॉ की है. इसलिए अगर आप जर्नल एंट्री पास करते हो रिगार्डिंग योर goods withdrawn for personal use, by such thing your purchase reduces, and that's why your initial journal entry would be drawings account debit 1,000 to purchase account 1000. Now second effect, cash of rupees 400 withdrawn from the business for personal use. Who has withdrawn? Owner has withdrawn. That means owner has withdrawn such amount of 400 for his personal use. Owner is receiver, but whenever owner is receiving such thing for his personal use, it will be recorded as drawings. So your journal entry would be drawings account debit to cash account 400. बच्चों यहां पे दोनों जर्नल एंट्री में क्या हुआ? ड्रॉइंग्स अकाउंट डेबिट 1000 टू परचेज अकाउंट 1000, ड्रॉइंग्स अकाउंट डेबिट 400 टू कैश अकाउंट 400. So for both time drawings account will be debited by 1000 and 400. So instead of recording separate entry, you may write combined entry that total amount of drawings comes to 1000 plus 400, that is 1400. So your journal entry would be drawings account debit 1400 to cash account 400 to purchase account 1000. This is called as combined entry, being cash and goods withdrawn from business for personal use. Date number 21. Traveling expense of daughter. Whose daughter? Owner's daughter. Traveling expense of daughter rupees 1500 paid from business. Paid from business. इसका मतलब कि डॉटर के ट्रैवलिंग के लिए ओनर ने बिजनेस में से कैश 1500 पेमेंट किए. दैट मीन्स क्या? ये है वो ओनर का पर्सनल एक्सपेंस हुआ. एंड इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ओनर इज रिसीविंग 1500 कैश फ्रॉम बिजनेस. कैश गोज आउट फ्रॉम द बिजनेस. दैट्स वाई डायरेक्टली your journal entry would be drawings account debit to cash account 1500. Earlier we have seen journal entry relating to capital. These journal entries are relating to drawings. What happens in drawings? Owner is receiving for personal use, and that's why owner's account is going to be debited. But instead of owner's account, we are recording drawings account. Narration: being traveling expense of daughter paid from business. Date 28. Furniture of rupees 2000 purchased from Ganga Furniture Mart for house. Who is Ganga Furniture Mart? Ganga Furniture Mart is artificial person. Who have purchased this furniture? Owner has purchased this furniture. Payment has been done from where? From business itself. The furniture which has been purchased from Ganga Furniture Mart, it is going to be used for home. And that's why that is called as personal expense. The amount is going to be payable from business. That's why such transaction is called as drawings. Furniture which has been purchased for personal use, that's why that is called as drawings. Ganga Furniture Mart is a giver. That's why your journal entry would be drawings account debit to Ganga Furniture Mart account 2000. Being purchased furniture for household use from Ganga Furniture Mart. Date 31. Life insurance premium of rupees 500 paid by check. Which type of transaction it is? As if the word check is there, that's why it is called as cash transaction. That means the payment has been done by check. Bank is involved in such transaction. And life insurance premium. Whose life? Owner's life. Insurance premium paid for owner's life. That's why that is called as personal expense. Such amount has been paid from where? From business itself. That's why your journal entry would be bank is a giver. Drawing means owner is there. Owner is about to pay such money for his personal expense. That's why journal entry would be drawings account debit to bank account 500, being life insurance premium paid by check. All transactions are over. Now just make it out total of debit column and credit column. You will get the total, that is 96,900 on both debit side and credit side. Right here total. The journal entry will be closed by making double line and that is compulsory to close your journal entry by making double line at the end of your journal entry. So students, I hope you have understood properly. Thank you very much students. Please do take care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe. Goodbye.